Laken Snelling appearing in court just moments ago. The University of Kentucky cheerleaders facing criminal charges after police found a newborn baby deceased inside of the closet of her home. Let's go into the courtroom now.
Ms. Snelling, you just heard your attorney state that it's your desire to waive this matter to the Fayette County grand jury. You understood you got a right to have a preliminary hearing this morning, but it is your desire to waive this matter at this time. Okay. I know that you have posted in electronic monitoring, residing with parents, all of that's still in place, correct? Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Snelling was arrested last month and is charged with abuse of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, and concealing the birth of an infant. The infant was discovered after someone called 911 to report an unresponsive child. The baby was found wrapped in a towel. Snelling is out on bond, as you can see. She's on house arrest. What she did in that hearing was she waived her right to have a preliminary hearing, and that is where the state would put on witnesses and evidence to get the case from magistrate court to the higher court, the big court, the common pleas court, where the trials happen. So she waived that right. So essentially she's saying, just send the case on up. I'm not going to contest things right now. I'm still maintaining my innocence. Just don't want to have a hearing today. Now, we're still waiting for the final autopsy report on her infant. Let's talk about how they may tip the scales of justice in her case, depending upon what the autopsy shows. The first reports were inconclusive. So what are we going to find out next? And should she have been stunting while she was visibly pregnant? We're going to talk about that as well. Let's bring in our guest. Still with me, attorney Joe Tamburino. I want to welcome in our medical expert, Cleveland Clinic trained sports medicine expert, and Professor Dr. Jason Smith on the show with us. Good to see you both. Dr. Smith, I want to start with you, please. So much talk about Laken Snelling stunting while pregnant. There's an incredible video I would love for you to take a look at now where she is catching. Look at her. She caught the other stunt member. You can see she looks to be pregnant at this time, and her teammate's head seems to be right on top of her baby bump. I'm astounded that she was allowed to do this. I'm curious if you are too.
Yeah, absolutely, Julie. As a college team physician, this is concerning at a minimum. And it's concerning because it puts her safety at risk and also the baby's safety at risk.
Yeah, most definitely. And Dr. Jason, I just have to think that, didn't somebody think something? You know, the team doctor, teammates, the coach, didn't somebody think, wow, this is so physical with catching and, I mean, being caught. And I mean, it makes me just chills all over my body when I see this video. And I have to wonder, the safety of the baby. I wonder, could we have had a stillbirth here because of an accident through this?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of questions that still need to be answered, particularly with her prenatal care going into the pregnancy and through the pregnancy, a little bit of timing as well. Stunt is a emerging NCAA sport. This is a full varsity sport at the University of Kentucky, meaning that she had a litany of resources from a medical standpoint, from a psychosocial standpoint, from an academic support standpoint. In addition to that, pregnancy is considered a Title IX protected event, meaning that, you know, if she announced her pregnancy and presented a medical note, or the medical team evaluated her to be pregnant, she could actually get an additional year of eligibility and continue a scholarship if she did have a scholarship to continue stunt for an extra year with this pregnancy.
Well, really helpful information. Dr. J, thank you for that. Joe Tamburino, legally, let's talk about this woman's problems here. So right now, we don't have murder charges. I want to be very clear. If we do have a stillbirth, I'm curious what the likelihood may be of murder charges for her. Your thoughts on that?
Well, thanks for having me on, Julie. This is an extremely serious case, and we see this sometimes throughout the country where you have very young women who are pregnant, and unfortunately, when they give birth, the baby is either stillborn or discarded. It's a very, very sad case. However, I'm not a forensic pathologist or a medical examiner or anything like that, but we know thus far that, at least with the medical examiner, it's inconclusive. This baby very well could have been born stillborn. And if that is the case, no, of course not. There shouldn't be any type of murder charges. And think of it this way. Even if there is maybe some conjecture or speculation that the baby was born alive, I don't know if that's enough to get you over the hump in a criminal trial to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that there was murder. I mean, it seems to me that so far the medical evidence is going to show that the baby was stillborn. I think that evidence would be buttressed by the fact of all this strenuous physical activity that this young woman was doing right before birth. And if that's the case, if there is no murder, I think this case is going to be resolved.
I really appreciate that. You know, and Dr. Jason said something makes me think about the prenatal care. You said you were interested to see about her care. Do you mean because that would indicate to you whether she was looking forward to having this baby or not?
Yeah, I think there would be some premeditation. And then if the doctor who was providing her pre-medical care knew, you know, there's a bit of a responsibility for Laken and that physician to share that information with the University of Kentucky so they can protect the athlete as well. So I think there's a lot of questions that still need to be answered, because as a college team physician, our job is to protect our student athletes. And, you know, what the university knew regarding Laken's health at the time, I think will be very important in the case going forward to determine if the university has any role in this terrible incident.
Yeah, most definitely. You're right. This conversation is not over. Dr. Jason Smith, attorney Joe Tamburino, great having you both weigh in. We'll keep following it. She's got another court date now that the case is officially in common pleas court.